Hey, I'm Chris from the Sip Pole Chop reporting live from the truck. Listen. My body is aching. I'm hurting because of what I did last night. Listen, I got me a good old workout working on my truck. Changed out two shock absorbers and an airbag. And boy, oh boy, was it work. So, start of the day. Yesterday, I stopped in Jackson, Mississippi at the Loves, Flowwood, getting fuel, hear air leak. While I'm fueling, which is a good practice. When you get in fuel, walk around, look, listen, hear, smell, feel, all that good stuff. Use your senses to check your truck. I'm hearing an air leak. I'm looking, but I can't really get, because I'm feeling around, but I can't really feel anything. So I'm like, okay, I got to figure that out. Finish fueling, pull over to a spot, and a truck stop. Some of them truck stops be nasty, but I'm like, look, it is what it is. I put my hoodie on, got under the truck, feeling around. I had a water bottle, punched a hole in it, put some soap in it, shook it up, a makeshift spray bottle. I'm spraying airlines, airbags, trying to figure it out. Finally, I found that it was an airbag. So I went on YouTube University, as you on right now, just to see how hard it is to change an airbag. And real simple. Boom. All right, cool. So to back up, I was in Florida what's today? Thursday? This week. Had a tire change out, and the old guy at the shop, I always like to talk if they'll let me. Most of them don't let you be in the shop, but it was later. They let me in there. I always like to ask questions. I'm like, look, certain tires have dips on like either the outside or inside of them. What will cause that and not have it on all of the tires? And he looked and he said, all right, your dog bone is good. Your shock absorbers. He was like, yeah, when it starts dipping like that in one area, typically it's your shock absorber, because your tire is spinning, but it's bouncing at the same time. So that's as it spins and bounces, that's where it gets those dips in there, because it's meeting the ground as it's bouncing, so it's wearing it down. Cool. So anyway, I'm at the truck stop, realized I got an air leak, and I'm like, okay, I need to get some shock absorbers. Call International, they got the parts, and go pick them up. And I left International, and then I went by Home Depot. Got this impact wrench, and I spent $139. Great investment. I think I'm gonna take that one. I might keep that one and upgrade. I don't know, I might take that one back and just upgrade to the bigger one. That one's 300 foot-pounds of torque. The other one for, I think, $20 more, but I was balling on the budget. $20 more, you get 600 foot-pounds of torque. Anyway, went to the shop, got the parts. So I got two shock absorbers and an airbag. Went to Home Depot, got the impact wrench, and I got the socket set. Made it home. Wife and kids happy to see me. Come in, throw my overalls on, my trusty overalls. These overalls my children bought me for Christmas. Went to work. Wife came out there and helped. It was it was a doozy, but we got it done. Made it happen. My wife was out there helping me. It was cold, but she was a trooper, staying out there helping me out, grabbing this, holding the light, moving this. But anyway, I went and bought the parts myself, but I saved on the labor. That's the main thing, man. If you're an owner operator, you know everything costs money. So anywhere that you could save without putting your equipment or your safety at risk, man, do it. So buy the parts, save labor. Go to YouTube, ask around, talk to people, look, get out there and figure out, man, what's holding this together. Man, I done learned so much just by some simple research on fixing things on this truck myself. And here's a nugget. If you can get part numbers, if you call your dealership, depending on what type of truck you have, and depending on who you call and talk to, they will give you those part numbers. Some guys, I done had guys tell me, oh, we don't give out part numbers. Cool, I get it. I understand you want me to come buy the parts from you, but if you can get those part numbers, you can go online or you can call, what I call a mom and pop parts store that has the same thing compatible. They'll cross-reference those part numbers, and you can get it sometimes $50, $100 cheaper than the actual dealership. But anyway, buy the parts, save the labor, check your equipment. If you watching this video right now and you are a company driver but you inspired to get your own truck, I'm here to tell you, do it, but do your research. Figure out the equipment, maintenance, different things like that. Certain things, it's not gonna go wrong until you get the truck. Hey, that's just how it rolls. But take the time to learn what you need to learn. Do a pre-trip, a real pre-trip. Do a thorough post-trip. Check your tires, and I ain't talking about just hitting the tire with something. Man, put that gauge on it. Knowing that your tires are properly inflated saves fuel. You get better fuel mileage. Underinflated tires causes you to burn more fuel, and everybody knows if you're an owner operator. See, some company guys don't care because they're not having to pay for fuel. As an owner operator, it comes out of my pocket. I have to pay for it. So I'm trying to do any and everything to keep the best fuel mileage, miles per gallon. Check them tires with a tire gauge. You can visually eyeball a tire for its tread depth, but I have it won't focus. But anyway, tread depth gauge. Why? I don't want DOT bothering me talking about, let me give you a level 1 inspection, and then you see my tread depth and it's too low, and I'm getting written up for something that I could have prevented. The preventable ones, hey, ain't no excuse. So anyway, buy the parts, save the labor. If you are a owner operator, you already know your truck, so you know what needs to be done. So for this truck, probably this week, today's Thursday, so this weekend I'll be replacing the steer shocks, and then following week the all the way rears, because I replaced the drive axle front shock absorbers. Then I'm gonna do the back, and then I'm gonna replace all of the airbags. I replaced one, but I need to go ahead and replace all. Well, I replaced one, so the other 3 I need to replace. But different things I could tell just by replacing that stuff last night. My drive is already smoother. So that let me know, man, I've been riding rough and messing up tires, when only thing I had to do, but I didn't have the knowledge, only thing I had to do was change out something that cost me, shock absorbers we'll just call them $100 a piece. And if you go online, you can get them cheaper than that, and quality ones is at that. So airbags, how much was that airbag? Airbags. That one was $202. Now I'm sure, but sometimes you got to pay to play. So sometimes you just got to pay what they offering. But get those part numbers and look online, man. Amazon can be your best friend, where you can get it, especially if you're not on the side of the road. Now, you on the side of the road, you got to do what you got to do. You got to pay to play to get you back rolling. But man, get the part number, look it up, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to look it up to see, man, if they charge me $200, I know I probably can get it for $100 on Amazon or a parts store. Check local Napa, check anybody. And you be good. But be safe out here on these roads. Hey, if you thinking about getting into trucking, I say go for it. If there's no front of the line pass, there's no easy path. You got to get behind this wheel, do what you got to do. There is money in trucking. You can make a great living, but you got to put in the work. You got to be dedicated. And this is a lifestyle that's not for everybody, but I will not discourage anybody that says, man, I'm thinking about getting my CDLs and getting in a truck. I will 100% say go for it, because it has, this is the one career path that I've taken that has changed the outlook of my family, the freedoms that I have. Now, do I miss out on some things? Yes, because I'm away from home. But that's a sacrifice. I got 1 more year left on this truck. It'll be paid for. That's money savings. And that's an opportunity for me to take that money and put it somewhere else to bring in more revenue. Yes, I do have a second truck, but it's down because it's a Mac Force motor, and I said I refuse to dump money into that. I bought it because it was cheap, but that's why it was cheap. It was a Mac Force. But look, go for it. Follow your dreams. Don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. Hey, even when people are saying, man, I don't think that's gonna work. This is not the right time. You should wait. Hey, you better trust God and put the work in. Faith without works is dead. But hey, if you put the works in with your faith, then it's got to be alive and well. So be encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive. And hey, no complaints. God is great and the paper straight. Poach Chop out.